board. So thank you so much for being here this evening. If you're watching this back on replay, then hello and thank you for joining. I would like to just say we've had an absolutely amazing week, and there's some really big wins that I would like to shout out, but I'd love to know in the chat as well, like what your wins of the week have been, everybody that is here. I'd really like to give a couple of like non-business related shout outs, just to begin with. One to our lovely Shafina, who has been crowned Miss Pakistan World, which is a huge deal. And I know that she will be watching this back. So Shaf, we are so proud of you. And, you know, like what we love so much is that, you know, that you are, Liana's coming as well. This is amazing. We've got so many different continents here with us this evening. So yeah, just it's a huge deal. Like, you know, you really deserve this. You've been working really hard to get yourself kind of out there. And I know going to Pakistan was quite nerve-wracking to begin with. But look at where it's taken you. And it just goes to show, doesn't it? When you put yourself into uncomfortable positions, magical things can happen. And what I love so much as well is what we always talk about is that, you know, what keeps you looking so young, and that is your Juice Plus capsules and your shakes that you take every single day. And I know that you tell everybody everywhere that you go, you're connecting with people all the time, every day, and adding them on socials as well. And, you know, what an incredible opportunity to help all the other Miss Worlds, you know, with their beauty from the inside out, Shaf. So yeah, just absolutely amazing. So massive shout out to you. Again, like if anyone wants to share their wins of the week in the comments or to speak them out, then please do just in a moment. Liana, thanks for joining us, lovely. Great to have you on. Also would love to just say massive happy birthday to Maria. It's Maria Grover's birthday today. So happy birthday to Maria. I know she's had a great day in London. That's been amazing. So a big happy birthday to you, lovely. And a big shout out to Louise Meadows. So Louise is here with us for qualifying for Rio. Whoop, whoop. Amazing. You qualified this week. And also a massive shout out to Camilla, who has also qualified for Rio. Whoop, whoop. Who's on an amazing, well, she was, but I think she's more than this now, on 61 points.
Wow.
She is smashing it. So really well done. Really well done, ladies. So actually, I'd love to get you both on just literally like 2 minutes, like why you're excited for Rio and, you know, what it is that you've been doing to get those points. Who would like to
go first? Okay, I'll go first. I'm so excited. I'm so happy. I can't believe it. I can't believe I got all that far, got all those points. I'm just so excited, not just for Rio, but I'm so excited for the event, VIP event, and the gift and everything that you get that comes with it. Just the recognition. It's just so nice being recognized for doing what you're doing anyway. And it just gives you that bit of fire that yes, I want to go all the way and I want to get on that Rio trip. So yeah, just so pumped. I've been doing my DMO every single day since well, probably about the last week now, at least, and really going for it, really getting out of my comfort zone. And with these accountability group that I'm in, with these girls, they're all amazing and absolutely inspiring me every day to get in there, do more, show up, add more people, ask more questions. You never know who you're speaking to. You never know how it's going to impact them. And I've been having so many great conversations over this last week, and so many people are really close to ordering, and it's fantastic. I just feel so much energy at the moment and so much inspiration from the team, and just so much love and support from qualifying as well. I mean, all I've done, I've qualified, but the love and support from everybody for qualifying, it's just been wonderful. I've loved it. So yeah, thank you for shouting me out, Millie. It's been a lovely, amazing thing to happen.
No worries at all. And I just think it's so amazing. Like, you deserve it so much. You're always showing up, like you're always giving value, and you're always spending time in the right places. And I think you're definitely someone that like the team can look at and, you know, just see how you communicate with people, the way that you speak to people in the groups and things is really inspiring, and the way that you show up as well. So truly deserved. And we're on to the next leg now, aren't we? Stage number 2. Let's do this. So yeah, really well done. Can't wait to see you qualify for that one as well. So Camilla, what have you been up to? I know that you've been absolutely smashing it as well. And you know, why are you excited for Rio?
Well, I think it's really a matter of proving, not just to myself, mostly actually to myself, that I am absolutely capable of doing this. You know, coming from you know, a place of not very much self-confidence years back, getting on this journey that just started with the health, actually finding out how much more I could do on this journey, and just basically also something I took from the coffee call yesterday was actually that you have to all remember that not qualifying for stage 1 is not a problem, because you can still go to Rio. The only thing that happens if you don't qualify for stage 1 is that you just don't get that gift, but you can still get there. So you cannot give up. And what I've been focusing on is actually getting my PB, getting my POB, because that is 10 points. That is 10 points in a month. And then obviously, when you get a teamie, when you get, promotions in your team, of course that will add more points. But the PB and the POB is actually just crucial in order to get a lot of points. So that's what I've been focusing on. I haven't been looking far ahead. I've actually just been taking one step at a time, and one day at a time, you could say. So, but really, really excited, and just wanting for all of us to go, and just visualizing in my head already being on that beach with everybody celebrating. So we are going to get there.
Absolutely. I love that so much. And it's so true, isn't it? Like, just because, perhaps, there's still time to qualify for this first stage. Don't forget. We've got until the end of,
end of July,
isn't it? Yeah. So
yeah,
in alignment with the £1 sign up. So effectively, like, if you get some people like really into the team, like thinking about joining, getting them involved, getting their orders in and getting that 250 points, that's all you need. And then that's points for Rio, and then getting them to think about SP as well. With SP's reduced points now as well, it's 2,000. So there's never been a better time just to get all over this. And of course, as well, here comes Wendy as well. Of course, with all these amazing offers that we've got going on at the moment, which I will cover just shortly. And if I miss any out, you can correct me, girls. But there's incredible things going on in the business right now. It has never been as easy as it is now to build. With the £1 sign up, you've got the mixed shakes box, which comes with half price berries. You can buy the omegas and get the berries for half price. You can also buy the fruits and vegetables and get a free pouch of berries. And can
I say something there, Millie?
Yes.
I actually made a link for a customer yesterday, and you not only get the berries, you can actually put it through as a Healthy Starts.
Oh.
So you actually get the free fruit and veg chewables, all the capsules, and you get the pouch of the berries. I was blown away. I actually thought, oh my God, what am I going to order? Blah, blah, blah. And I said the same to the customer. But yeah, you actually get both. It's massive.
That is really incredible. Thank you so much. Yeah, tell all the mums. Do you know what? This is a great opportunity to get everybody that is on the I always want to call it the CHS. It used to be called the Children's Health Study, and that's so imprinted in my brain. The Healthy Starts for Family. Anybody that's on that, on the fruits and vegetables, you can obviously say to them, look, we've got this great deal going on right now, or anybody that's been thinking about it as well. So love that. Thank you so much for sharing, Camilla. But yeah, just girls, really well done. It's an amazing achievement. And anybody that is here that is thinking, oh, I haven't qualified, do not let that bring you down. The way that you need to think about this is that you're so excited for the girls and how inspiring that is. Don't compare, and get yourself in your lane, get your blinkers on and think, what do I need to do to get myself qualified? Because the only way that you won't qualify is if you decide that that's what's going to happen. If you want to go to Rio and get stage 1 done, you can make that happen, but you have to decide today and wake up tomorrow and get the work done, or even start tonight. Go out there and send the messages that you need to send. Do 5 extra tonight. I promise you, having been in this business for 10.5 years, when you make that decision, no matter whether it's PB, no matter it's position, no matter whether it's a an incentive. If you make that decision, no matter how much time you've got left, if that's what you want, you tell the universe and it will happen. I promise you that. So, you know, you've still got almost 2 months to get 50 points, and you can absolutely do that. You've just got to really think about, like, how am I going to do this? And the first thing that I would definitely recommend that you do is go back and listen to the success training. Jane was incredible. I was even like, oh my God, I learned so much of how she turns customers into team, how she turns potentials into customers, just like in her groups, was just so like really inspiring. So absolutely loved that. And yeah, Louise, tell all the mums. So there's never been a better time just now. So yeah, just a massive shout out to you girls. So yeah, Shafina, Maria, Louise and Camilla, just well done to all of you. And yeah, I've just got in my notes here that Saturday's success call is absolutely worth another watch. Like, if you haven't seen it, or if you have seen it, go back and listen to it, because I think the second, third time you listen, it sometimes you hear it differently and you hear other bits. I do for sure. It's a long call, so chunk it down perhaps. But really just wanted to get you on here this evening, girls and everybody. I'm just going to do the wins of the week. So if you've just joined, I'd love to know your win of the week in the chat as well. Camilla's win of the week is 2 customers, 1 returning, 1 new, and another 2 links sent out. That's amazing. Congratulations. Customers are, you know, the surest way to build your business, because you can turn them into a raving fan, and then guess what? They can become a team member. And obviously, you know, have you still got the deal in the Nordics as well, where it's 50%, Camilla? No, okay. Well, still,
No,
like,
it just ended. It just
amazing.
ended.
The thing is, obviously, you know, there are plenty of Danish people in the UK that you can absolutely use the £1 sign up for as well. So that's definitely an opportunity for you to use that as well. Lovely. But yeah, well done, Shafina. Happy birthday, Maria. Liana says congratulations on Rio. Lisa says, sorry, I'm late. No worries, you're here. So Louise says, my win is my DMO every day this week and getting out of my comfort zone with lots of asking the questions. I'd also like to give Louise another shout out, actually, because I know that Facebook has never been your strong point, and you've been really all over Facebook this week, adding and messaging when people accept. So that's a huge thing. So really, really well done. It's just about getting out of that comfort zone and doing the things that we need to do, and removing the fear of what might happen, which probably won't happen, because you never know what actually will happen. So it's really important to remember just to not make stories up in your head about what might happen, and just be in the moment, press the add button, and then just, you know, see what happens after that moment. Also a new team member in my team, so big welcome to Lydia. Yeah, welcome to the team, lovely. Absolutely amazing to expand the team. Yes, the coffee meeting is recorded, lovely. I've just popped the link just in the chat for you. Liana says, my win for the week is starting a new job. Massive change for me. Like, what you're doing, Liana, is amazing. So for those of you girls that don't know, Liana actually was in Ireland and moved to Canada a number of years ago, and has worked for years to get her visa, and it's been a really, really tough and challenging thing, and was just made redundant a few weeks ago from a job that she expected to stay in, has changed her career path. So, you know, it's been very jumpy and higgledy-piggledy, but you're always showing up, posting great value, and just been an amazing part of the Feel Good Club too. So just love that, and thank you so much for doing what you do, Liana. And it's great that you've got time to focus on your business. Lisa says, win of the week, restart. Been quiet recently and put this on the back burner, but you're ready to restart. I hope you're feeling much better as well, lovely. I know that you've been pretty poorly, so sending you lots of love, and it's so good to see you here. We've missed you. It's really good to see your face again, so great to have you back. Louise says, good luck, Liana. Liana says, love forever. Cool. So yeah, what an amazing team. Like, I know there's not many of us here this evening, but look at that love in the chat. It's amazing. You girls are fabulous. Susie says, I need a new DMO. Mine is not working. Oh yeah, absolutely, that's a direct. Yeah, absolutely, Susie, we can have a chat tomorrow. Absolutely. So girls, this week I am going on holiday on Tuesday, and some of you may have seen my status, but I'm going to do something I've never done before, and I'm actually not going to do anything for a week. And I know this is like, Juice Plus is there to be fit into your life, around your lifestyles, but I haven't had a holiday for 10 years where I've done that. I haven't had like 2 or 3 days where I've done nothing on holiday, really. So I'm going to go away, and I'm just going to go and recharge. I really, really need this, like, more than ever in my life, from multiple different angles. And I'm going to go and love it, and I'm going to go and create space for myself, which I think in this time and moment is what everybody needs. Everybody's on social media, and they're going to say, how can you do that and take a whole week off and, you know, just come back? I think so. I'm really excited, and I'm gonna just soak it all up. So if anybody needs me, you've got me tomorrow, but I am going to be packing tomorrow. So the likelihood is you'll need to call me because I probably won't be online an awful lot tomorrow. But I just really wanted to talk to you about this week and kind of like logistically what's going to go on. So as you know, we have our team call on Wednesdays, and unless you girls want to organise something between yourselves, what I would recommend that you do is perhaps jump on John's call this week. John's got an amazing call on the usual number, the 604-821 number. And my challenge for you is to everybody to go on there and take somebody with you and, you know, ask them, can you come and watch this call with me? I'd love to know your opinion, whether you prefer this one or the one that I'm going to invite you to the week after, and we can do one next week. And what you can do is you can get their opinion on which call they prefer, which would, one, be interesting, and two, it's a great exposure. Okay, so use John's call this week. You can obviously start talking about it as, you know, as soon as you like. And also, if you're brave enough, why not reach out to John and ask if you can share your story? Why not? Just thinking, like, you don't have to do that, but, you know, John would probably be very grateful of some new stories. And then Sunday night, it's been, I don't know if you girls all just want to get together. I can give you my login details for Zoom. But again, like, I'm literally just going to go and take the whole week off and just go and completely relax. So I'm not going to run a call next Sunday, just as a once off, I'm on holiday and I'm soaking it all up type thing. Well, we can talk about that later on, but just as a standpoint from where I am, I won't be running a team call next Sunday, but we'll be back the following week on the Wednesday. I'll be back on Tuesday, so back on Wednesday, and then again on the following Sunday. Okay, so that is just kind of like what's going on next week. But of course, don't forget, you've got amazing calls in the morning, which I know Wendy loves to get on. There's power hour calls. I think, Camilla, you jump on there as well, don't you, sometimes? The morning power hours at 6:30. So if you're somebody that doesn't get your DMO done and you struggle, getting it done first thing in the morning is so refreshing. I'm going to get up tomorrow and be on the call as well. So is it 6 o'clock or 6:30, Wendy? It's 6:30, isn't it? Yeah, 6:30. Yeah, so
I have a call. I have my own call on Saturday, always. I've had it for the last 3 years. So if anybody wants to join, that is 7 a.m. on Saturdays.
Okay, amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you.
I can put the code in the chat.
That would be amazing. Thank you so much. Yeah, that'd be fabulous. I need to get on that as well, Camilla. Thank you for sharing. So yeah, so there's great calls on a 6:30 a.m. every day. And there's a call on Tuesday night as well with Danny Cumru. She normally runs a top tips with Danny. And it's sometimes Jane Melby and the leaders. So that's another really good call on a Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Then of course there's the Friday night PJ call with John. So there's lots and lots of calls to plug into this week. And just because I'm not going to be around doesn't mean, like, you know, like, just to completely forget that the business exists. Go and be responsible for your business and build it. Because one of the things that I've learned in this business is no matter what you do with your team, no matter what you do with your customers, what they do is up to them. Your success is down to what you do on a daily basis. And I've learned that more and more and more over the years, you know, where, you know, you build a team and you think you've made it, and then I've taken my foot off the gas and I've seen my progress slow down. Because what sometimes happens is when we're successful, you know, we stop doing the things that make us successful because we get onto a different kind of energy level and momentum, and you stay there for a while, but then it can dip off again because you stop doing those things. And John always says to me, Millie, what were you doing in your most successful month? And compare that to what you're doing now. Are you doing what you did back then? And the answer is usually no. So really have a think about your most successful month if you've been here for a while, and, you know, really think about what that looked like for you. What were you doing? How many people were you speaking to? Where were you hanging out? You know, what was your social media looking like? Was it different to how it is now? What was working for you then? It's just a really good way to kind of reflect back and to think about, you know, I know that back then I was going to in-person events and putting in-home events on probably 2 or 3 times a week. So building that momentum back up is exactly what I'm doing. I'm actually loving being offline a lot more. You know, as the weeks go by. Social media is a great tool for me, but I know that I built the majority of my business offline. So just having little one-to-one coffee meetings. I went for a walk with one of my customers today, and she's thinking about coming back to the business just to put a few orders through with some of the mums from her school. You know, so just having those little one-to-one catch-ups are so crucial. And you never know that, you know, you never know where they're going to lead. So one of the things that John always has said to us as well is go through your phone book and find 5 to 10 of the people that you haven't spoken to for the longest amount of time, and go and have a catch up with them. Go and ask how they are, go and see how they're doing. Reach out to some people that perhaps you went to school with and strike up a conversation, people that you haven't spoken to for years, or perhaps some people that you went to a certain job with, perhaps you haven't spoken to them. One that springs to my mind, I worked at Hickstead Showground, the horse jumping showground, years and years and years ago, and there's a whole handful of people that I was really close with that I just don't really communicate with now. So that's a whole pool of people that I can go and catch up with, and obviously strike conversations with them. What are you doing? Where are you going on holiday? How's things? How's life? How's it been since COVID? Like, all of those questions where you open up the opportunity for people to tell you what they're struggling with, because we've got all the solutions for time, community, friendships, freedom, fun, more money, and good health, right? So when you chat to people, they're going to say to you about those things. So yeah, it's another little challenge for you is go and speak to, say 5 people in the next week that you can report back to me on when I'm back from holiday, that you have spoken to, that you've perhaps not caught up with since before COVID. Go and find some really old friends, people that you've maybe forgotten about, friends of friends, and go and reconnect with them, because you've already got trust with those people. That's a great thing. Remember, people that you already know, you've got trust with them. So it's just about re-sparking that conversation, okay? So just a little task for you there. So what I'd love to know, girls, is what are your June goals? Because I think this is so important, and I'd love to know, have you written them down? Amazing that Lisa says challenge accepted. I have 1-to-1 plus kids catch up on Wednesday. That's amazing. I left her some gummies for the kids, so catching up on that, and in general, absolutely love that. And it's so good having those 1-to-1 meetings. I think people prefer to have you in person. I went for a run down the beach the other night, and I stopped off at this crystal shack, and there was a lady there. And she just basically said to me, oh, you're a runner, you look really fit. And I was like, oh, I'm a nutritionist. And she said, oh, I'm looking for a nutritionist. And we've been back and forwarding today. And she's interested in the product. She's got chronic health conditions, so even when you're out and about, striking up those conversations with just general people, you just never know, what might come of that. And my mission every single day is to add at least one person on my social media when I'm out and about. And I managed that today as well, which is really, really great. So just remember, you have the responsibility to add people to your network and to build your business and for your success every single day. Okay. Susie says 3 customer and a teamie. I love that. So that's your goal for June. Absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for sharing. If anybody else wants to share, then please do. I'd really just like to read you something from a book as well. It's only short, but it's about failure. And what I have been thinking about quite a lot recently is that what has taught me the most over the years in my success with Juice Plus, and was it the times when I was, smashing through the promotions and getting to, the EMD position and getting up to Club 78, was that what taught me how to be strong and resilient? And it's absolutely not. It's the things that I failed in that really taught me so many things. And I think what we need to remove is actually thinking that failure is a problem, because it's absolutely not. Failure is our friend. Failure is something that we do all through life. When we're babies, we try and stand up and we fall over. That's a failure if you look at it like that. But the baby doesn't stop. It gets back up and it starts walking eventually. It doesn't just try and stand up once, fall over, and then just lay on the floor wailing forever. You don't see big men lying on the floor crying like babies. Well, maybe sometimes, but not very often. But actually, in all seriousness, failure is not a problem. Everybody fails. It's a fact of life. What is a problem is the negative response that we have to failure, and that is what it says in this book. And it says, as you embark on your network marketing journey, your perspective on failure will determine whether it becomes your friend and your success or your enemy. So really have a think about, when you fail, how do you feel? Do you feel like you've done something wrong? Do you feel like it's all gone to pot? Do you feel like the world is ending? Or do you feel like, that's interesting, that didn't work, what can I change? What can I do differently? It's a really, really interesting part of your own psychology, and everybody's will be different, and there's no right answer. But what I'm just trying to share with you is the faster you can like to learn failure, the easier it is can be to do this business, because we're going to fail over and over and over again. Trust me, I've failed all the way through my business. Okay. It says here, cartoon character Homer Simpson summed up the common perspective on failure when he said, "Kids, you tried your best and you failed miserably. The lesson is never try." It may be a funny line, but it's an unfortunate perspective many network marketers embrace. Being afraid of failure, they ask their friends, spouse, or family members to look at a new opportunity or product when they get a no, and they freeze up. Okay, I think we've all been there. How many times have you got a no or something's gone wrong and you're like, oh my God, I'm never asking that question again because it felt awful, right? That's what tends to happen, what we do in network marketing. But that type of thinking will make failure your enemy, and as a result, you'll think small, aim low, and you'll quit too soon. And you'll also guarantee that success will remain a stranger to you. Okay, so this guy who wrote this book, I shared this with you last week, I've been reading, is John Maxwell. Says, when I was young, I read a book entitled The Greatest Salesman in the World. He wrote, whenever you make a mistake or get knocked down by life, don't look back at it too long. Mistakes are life's ways of teaching you. Your capacity for occasional blunders is inseparable from your capacity to reach your goals. No one wins them all. Your failures, when they happen, are just a part of your growth. Shake off your blunders. How you will know your limits? How will you know your limits without an occasional failure? Never quit. Your turn will come. Okay, so those words can really change your perspective on how you see failure, because failure is something that is so negative. But actually, if you can think that failure is your friend, and when you realize that we're all going to fail, you're all going to fail in this company on your way to success. That is how we grow. That is how we learn things. But what tends to happen is, because as children, we've been taught that if you fail, that's bad. You're a bad person. Actually, when you fail, it's just an opportunity to grow. Okay. So in relation to your business, if you get somebody that says yes to the products and they want it and they get to the shopping cart and then they just say, actually, I've changed my mind, that says nothing about you, but everything about them. And sometimes we say, oh, I must have done something wrong. It must be me. When actually you've done your job, you've been the messenger, you're not a salesperson, but you're there just to show them. And remember, what is something that you've got to hold true to yourselves, girls, is that when someone says no to the products, I promise you, if you say to yourself, you'll be back. Don't worry, it's fine. Like, now's not the right time. You'll be back when the time is right. You've just got to be a little bit confident and little bit cocky with when people say no, because I can guarantee you that those no's will eventually turn to yeses. Keep showing up, keep being consistent, keep having your shakes and your capsules every single day, and you will be successful. And just to finish off, I just really wanted to say this as well, and I think I mentioned it a bit last week, but we have to keep it simple. When I first started Juice Plus, it was shakes and capsules, and that was it. That's what we recommended to people. And I think we've got so many incredible add-ons. We've obviously got the controls, we've got the uplifts, we've got the beautiful Perform. But what I think has really worked for me over the years is picking a package that has given me my results. And I always recommend the shakes, the capsules, and the controls as my main package. And that is what I focus on, because I think what we can do sometimes is we can overcomplicate things, and we can try and reach out to so many different people and recommend so many different things. But if you've got a foundation of what you recommend, you can offer add-ons, you can take products out, you can add products in. But when you've got that one thing that you're recommending, this is what I use, the Total Transformation Program or the Belly Blitz or whatever you call it, and you post about that a lot, you're inviting out and you're putting the same thing out there. And you know how people sometimes take up to 21 exposures to say yes or to ask about something. If you're posting like 10 different things every day, like, people aren't going to know what you're posting. So pick something with a name and share that. That is my biggest advice to you. It's your advertising, it's your marketing. Like, think of one package name that you use and recommend that. And it could be everything, you know, but what I base my recommendation on is what I got my absolute best results from back when I first started. And if people say to me, what did you use back then? I'll tell them, but I'll say, now I've added everything in. But, remember, like, we've got to start really simple. And, with all the incentives and the products reductions, there's a lot to remember. So pick what you find that works for you and go out there to your niche and share that with them. Because I promise you, your niche will be able to afford the same products as you. They'll be interested in the same results as you. They'll want what you've got because you'll be speaking to them with your content. Okay, so you've got to really niche yourself down so tightly to the people that you're posting to. Okay, so you can ask yourself, who am I? What am I interested in? How old am I? What are my interests? Where will I hang out? What results do I want? What am I looking for? What am I lacking in? What do I need more of? Like, all of these questions, when you can answer those yourself, then you literally start posting that as your content on your social media. Okay. And when you start doing that, the people that you're then adding as part of that circle, as a part of your DMO, that's your posting. And when you're adding those people, because you're going to the places that you would hang out, the brands that you like, the locations that you like to visit, hashtags that you relate to, those people will be similar to you, will see your content and go, she's speaking to me, I need some of that. So it all works together in a big circle, if that makes sense. Okay, so when you streamline yourself to knowing who you're posting to, what package you're recommending, and the results that you're offering, that is where you will start to draw people in. Okay, so that is what I could truly recommend, because I've been toying with this for a while, but what I found is that when I get really specific about the results that I've got and what I'm like telling people that I can help them with, because I've got the results myself, then people really relate to that. And that is why it's so important to be on that product journey, as we all know. So just wanted to share that. If anybody's got anything to add or would like to say, then please let me know. You can absolutely just speak. Let me read back through all your lovely comments. So Lisa said, also had COVID last week. Oh my God, you poor thing. I hope you're feeling better. Bless you. Sending you lots of love and energy and lots of well wishes. Can't believe COVID is still around. I wasn't aware that people were still suffering with it. Hope you're much better, lovely. Yeah, Susie, absolutely. We can have that call. Yeah, we're so excited for you. Thank you so much. Liana, that's so kind that you're happy to do a power hour. Would absolutely love that. If anybody wants my login details for this Zoom, just let me know and I'll send you my password and my email so you can use this if you want to be on for longer than an hour. Let's have a look. Just scrolling back down. 3 customers, 1 teeny. June goal, get on it. Love that. So get specific. What does that mean? Like, write down how many customers you want, like what kind of customers. What I like to do is be specific, like 5 shake customers, 5 capsule customers, 4 bundles, whatever. Like, just get really specific, and then you'll know you're posting your content. So have you posted about the offer with the capsules? If not, then that's definitely something that you can really work upon this week. So absolutely love that. Camilla says, challenge accepted. 15 customers, consistency, 5 teamies, 1 SC in my team. Love that. 1 SP and 2 partner pluses. What I love so much about that is, Camilla, is that you're thinking like bigger. You're thinking about the team as well. So expanding downwards and, helping your team get their results too. So love that. June Girl says, consistency of DMO, 2 teamies, 5 new customers. Amazing. Love that, Louise. Lisa says, definitely feel negative, but also know not to do that next time feeling. Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? So every time that you feel like you failed, you can catch that thought and go, this is interesting. What can I learn from it? It's very normal because it's probably deeply ingrained. So yeah, thank you so much for sharing. And yeah, if you ever do get stuck, like if you're in that position where you're like, oh my God, I feel like I've been rejected, or I feel like I failed, then just reach to your upline and absolutely just say, like, I need some support with this. Can we get on a call? There's no point sitting and worrying about it by yourself. We're all here to support. Okay. Where were these shared, Louise? Not sure what that was. Oh, objection handling boards, that was shared recently, is fantastic for what to say. I think that was the one that Wendy shared, that boards. That was amazing. Yeah, there was a whole section, wasn't there, on objection handling. They were so good. So yeah, Camilla, would you like to jump on and share what you wanted to share? Amazing, thank you.
Yeah, actually, and since Wendy's here, she can nod. She suggested an audio. So I've started the audio, and it's called The Consistency Chain for Network Marketing. The name of the book is in the chat now. Basically, we have to consider what kind of person we are. So what I'm taking from this book is actually that I gather that all of us here are sometimes struggling with consistency. But one thing in that book that really got me thinking is that the men who start out wanting to be Navy SEALs, you might be surprised to know that the ones who actually finish are not necessarily the ones who are the strongest or the most fit, or you could say a lot of things about that. But to boil it down, the ones who get to the end and who actually become Navy SEALs, they are the ones who look at their task, who see themselves getting up in the morning, just finishing the next task. Because if they look at it like, okay, the next 4 months I'm going to be in hell, they are not going to finish. But the ones who are thinking, I just need to get past breakfast, I just need to get past lunch, I just need to get past dinner, they are actually able to disconnect themselves from the long-term goal, which is what makes everything different. So you can actually say, if you sorry for the language, if you suck at going to the gym, just say to yourself, I just need to go today. Tomorrow doesn't exist. And all of that, I'll do it tomorrow talk, that actually means you're not going to do it anyways. So don't talk about that. Just do today. So don't think about your DMO tomorrow or the day after or the rest of the week, or I'm supposed to send 100 messages this week. No, decide what you're going to send today and then do that, and then be proud of that, and not look at long term, which I think is what I was doing a bit, not knowing it actually, but getting to PB, getting to POB, you know, the kind of the short-term things, and not looking at 50 points or 70 points or whatever points, just taking it one step at a time. Yeah. So I don't know if you can use that for anything, but I just that really made me think.
I love that, Camilla. Thank you so much. I've actually started listening to that, and I'm going to continue listening to it while I'm away. So it's on my Audible list for when I'm on holiday. So thank you. Yeah, again, like I started listening and it gripped me. It's a really good one. So thank you so much for sharing, Wendy. It's definitely one to listen to. And actually, I'm going to bring Louise on now as well, because Louise wants to share something as well, don't you, Hun, which has been really working for you.
Yeah, so I just wanted to share about in the field, if anyone's in the Feel Good Club and anyone's got customers or team in the Feel Good Club, I've been restarting the fire in there a little bit lately, and just reigniting conversations and sharing and posting a little bit more. And I did a poll in there, I think yesterday or today, just to ask everyone why are you all here? Why are you all here? What are your health goals? What are you all doing here? There's over 300 people in there. So if some of those are your team or your customers, there's 23 people that have voted that they want to drop body fat. So are they your team? Are they your customers? Are they using the products? Are they on a product journey? We've got goals like, do you want to sleep better? Do you want to control your hormones? Do you want to drop body fat? What do you want, more energy? And so many people, I think 60 people have voted in this poll. So it's a really great tool. If you've got team in there, if you've got customers in there, jump in there and just see, are they your team? Are they your customers, or pre-customers or ex-customers? Are they stopped using? Can you reach out to them and reconnect and get them back on their health journey again? I know I've got one lady in there that was on the shakes and isn't anymore, and she's voted that she wants to drop body fat. So I'm going to be reaching back out to her to say, shall we get you back on plan? Shall we talk about how to achieve those goals? I just think it's feel free, if anyone is in there and wants to drop some value, wants to drop some content. We've got more people we've got contributing in that customer group, the better, because the more active it is, people see that, oh, okay, it's not just me that's going to post today, I might start sharing as well, and it just starts a positive cycle. So we're in there to share our health journeys, to share our wins, share our meals, our journey, what it is we're doing. If we're going on a health journey, if we're going to start using the products consistently, if we're going to get on plan and be a product of the product, we can start sharing it in there and inspire other people. Okay, you might not even have customers in there, you might not have team in there, but if you're going on your own journey, when you do put your customers in there and you do put your team in there, you're going to inspire other people and you're going to help everybody that's in there. So yeah, it's just a useful tool. I'm loving polls lately. I think they're really great. I'm putting them in all the groups that I'm in and people are voting. It's great for engagement. Everyone just loves a one click and it's done, and you get to find out so much about people. So I'm going to probably start doing a poll in there once a week just to keep the engagement up and start sharing more in there. So yeah, I just wanted to share that. It's there for you as a tool if you've got people in there.
Oh, amazing. Love that, Louise. Thank you so much. I think as well, like, it is really important to remember, like, that is the group, isn't it, that everybody like needs to be posting. And like Jane said on Saturday, you know, she gets her customers to take pictures of her food to be accountable and to post them, and they're basically then already doing what we do, and it's really easy to offer them the business, which I think is just so genius. And I think we all go through times where we're really active in groups and all sometimes go like we slip off and stop posting in the groups, but actually that's the place that we need to create the center of our kind of like, it's the center, it's the home of the customers. It's where they need to feel that they've got the most community and the support, because if they haven't got it in the customer group, why would they join the team group, you know? So again, like, we've got to bring it back. And I think you know, with you know, things and, you know, past stuff like that's gone, we've got now and we've got going forward. So everybody in your own groups, I don't know, you know, what you're doing, but being accountable in your groups, I think, you know, is just so important. So yeah, just love that, Louise. And it's all about, you know, it's asking people love talking about themselves, don't they? People love to share what they're doing and what they're struggling with. So yeah, it's just a really good way to I thought someone was going to say something. A really good way to get everybody like thinking about, you know, what even is their goal, why are they there for? So just love that, Louise. Thank you so much, and thanks for contributing as well. So everybody, that's everything that I've got down in my notes this week. I just really think that now is the time to, you know, really dig your heels in. It's coming into the summer months. Obviously, we've got these incredible offers going on. And, you know, like I said at the beginning, like, the only person that can really be responsible for their success in this business is ourselves. You know, I was having a conversation with one of the girls yesterday from the team, and we were just talking about how, like, you know, you've always got to be on top of your game, and, you know, just showing up as you, no matter where you are in your life and what season that you're in, just be authentically you. And I think one of the reasons that I've maintained my success with Juice Plus is because I've always shown my journey and where I've been and what I'm doing, and being in the gym, and people see me as that nutrition girl that does Juice Plus. And it's, you know, I'm really proud of that. And I think, you know, even through the tough times, no matter what I've been going through, I will always show up and always post. And, you know, like, through the years, there has never been anything that's come along that I think or know that has been like even close to what we've got here. And I think when you've been to an event, especially like at one of the bigger events, you will see what this is all about. And that is why I could not urge everybody, if you can, obviously I know you girls over in the Nordics, it's a bit more difficult, but to get to Reading on the 19th of June. So Lisa, we'd love you to come down. I know it's a bit of a trip, but we'd love to have you down here as well for the SSE school. It's going to be a really great event. And it's just really exciting for us all to be together again. You know, we don't get to see each other all that much. And between June and October, I'm not entirely sure if there's a lot of events going on yet. Thinking of doing like some kind of meetup kind of end of August time for everybody down in Brighton, which will be lovely, down by the seaside. But until October, then there's not really a lot going on. So June is going to be great. I know it's only 17 days away and it's close, but it's going to be amazing. So just really excited for that one. And me and Louise are speaking as well, so we would love to have you to come and support us on stage as well. So thank you all so much for being here this evening. I know it's been a quiet one. Is there anything that anyone would like to share or voice, or any tips that anybody's got before we jump off this evening? No. Okay, lovely. I'm going to recommend a book, and it's called The Power of Enzymes. Oh, you can't see. Let me turn my my virtual background off. It'd be nice if that was actually my office, wouldn't it? Choose virtual background. It's called Power of Enzymes. And if you're into your nutrition or you want to learn more about nutrition, this book is amazing. And this has actually got the birth of Juice Plus story in it, because this is by the man himself, Humbert Smokey Santillo. So this is honestly fascinating, and it talks about things like the hazards of excess food and excess like toxins, and all about dodgy food and enzymes and animal food, enzyme. It's just really great, and about like soil depletion and why that's so important. When you learn about that, when you learn about something like soil depletion, which sounds really boring, you will realize how amazing Juice Plus is, because all that fruit and vegetables that you see in the supermarket is grown in soil that is used over and over and again. So the nutrients are taken out of the soil. So the fruits and vegetables aren't rich in good stuff, whereas this is grown in nutrient dense soil. And do you know the difference of that, what that makes to the products at the end, the produce at the end? It's wild. And this book is great for that. And you can get this, I think, if you go onto it, there's something called World of Books, if you haven't heard of that before. And it's basically, it's like secondhand books, and they're all super cheap, so you can buy really good hard copies from World of Books. You can get like every book on there. Like I get all my books from World of Books. They're secondhand, but always come with really good, they look new. But that's a really good one. If you want to teach yourself a thing or two, then that's a really good book. And if you want some inspiration, Manifest, that's a really good book. So just a couple of books to recommend to you girls, just before we jump off. So thank you so much for being here this evening. Happy Sunday. Hope you had a wonderful weekend, and I really wish you a fabulous week. And like I said, if anybody needs anything, then please pop me a message or just ring my phone tomorrow. I'll have my phone with me, but maybe not be in my inbox an awful lot tomorrow. And then I'll be off for a week. How I'm going to navigate that, I'm not sure yet. Steph says put the phone in the what's it called, the safe.
In the safe,
and lock it away for a week. I literally feel like I've lost a limb.
You go and have a wonderful holiday. You deserve it.
Thank you so much, my lovely. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Have the best week.
Oh, thank you so much.
Where should you go?
We're going to Rhodes in Greece.
Best place.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's going to be really good. So it's for Steph's 40th birthday. It's like a present. So yeah, so it'll be really good. Can't wait. So I'll come back all vitamin D'd up and ready to kind of like go. So yeah, thank you so much for being here, girls. Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate that. Have a wonderful week, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Should we have a quick picture all together just before we jump off? Right, my loves. Right. Liana, are you coming on, my lovely? Let's see. Right, I'll give you 5 seconds. No, Liana. Okay, ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Super. All right, my girls, thank you so much for being here. Have a wonderful evening. Happy Sunday, and we'll see you soon. See you later, girls. Bye-bye.
Bye.